This
So can
conference
anyone
will now
confirm
be
me?
recorded.
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. So hope my screen is visible to everyone. Is that my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So before starting with the session, so my name is Lokesh. I'm a trainer over here in NICT from last 4 years. So I'm handling the subjects on the accounts related finance and digital marketing. So financial modeling and valuation. So you can be able to learn the subject by using our tool called Excel. So where we can be able to get to know that how we can be able to deal with the businesses when we are going to buy a new when we start a new business, how we can be able to forecast our future of the business, how we can be able to get to know about the new company which you are going to get merged, or the existing company when you are going to merge with or acquire it. So the concept is going to give us an information that what it is, it a right decision to take with this business deal. So if you are able to see the screen, so the main thing over here, we should have a data on the concept. So data is the new oil. So there are scenarios that in what all the situations the people can be able to implement with the financial modeling. So there is a person, Mr. Mehul. He is going to start with a franchise of Tata Motors. So his question is whether he can be able to invest rupees 10 crore to the business or not. So whether it is the right decision or not. Then there is another situation where they are going to take with the bidding part on the national highway project. So is it feasible to bid for 1,000 crore rupees or lesser than that? And here there is a person who is working in a capital market, so where they have to suggest their client, so whether they can be able to buy a share of a Reliance which is worth of rupees 600 or lesser than that. So here there is a person who is ready to acquire another company which is existing company. So is it the right time to buy this uh, company or not? So when you have the different situations, so financial model is going to help you out how you can be able to get an decision on that. So you are going to say that the annual process or planning, the financing part, then what is the changes in the volume in the last few years. So is it with the cash insufficiencies has happened? So what is the cash inflow and outflow, the fund inflow and outflow? Then is there they have been started the business and whether they had any kind of a business expansion in between of the years, and whether they have been started with any of the business new ventures. So the financial model is going to help them to represent it and financial statements and the accounts. So by seeing with the statements and the accounts what they have made maintained, we can be able to get to know that. So whether we can be able to be in a stable position to gain useful insights. So we can be able to play with the number games and we can get to know that how it has been earned with this money till now and what we can be able to expect it in the future. Focus on the future results. The format includes the financial pictures based on the income statement of a business, balance sheet, cash flow statement, and other in assumptions and physical measurements. Then it also helps in providing the analytics which will help in decision making. And financial model is considered as an decision support too.
Excuse me,
Okay,
sir.
so yeah, yeah.
Sir, the screen's not visible. It's a blank screen.
How is it? So just is it now? Is it visible, ma?
No, sir, it's still blank.
Okay, I'll just reshare it.
Sure.
Is it now the screen is visible, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible now.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank
I'll
you, sir.
just repeat it once again. The
Once
screens.
again, this.
So can you reconfirm, ma, once again that is that screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, good. So we are going to discuss about the financial modeling. Once again, I'll repeat it. So how it is going to be helpful to any kind of a business person with this concept, financial modeling and valuation. It is not only for the business people, it is also for the people who are going to be looking for the jobs on the financial sectors. So how you are going to make use of this concept is, so you should be able to have a data of a company, so of a business. So if I want to get calculated, analyze, so we should have certain data. So how to collect that data? What is that data? We should be able to have it in what situations, so we can be able to implement which type of uh, procedures or with the tools or with the kind of measurements we can be able to implement it, so that we can be able to get to know what could be the helpful situation or helpful steps we can be able to come up with, and we can be able to bring up some decisions which is going to help in growing the business. So there is a person, his name is Mehul. So he want to start a franchisee with the Tata Motors. So is it right to invest with the 10 crore into this business? So before investing the money into this business, so we should be able to know the model of a franchisee of Tata Motors. So definitely it will be given by the company if you are going to a business start. So if you are going to join the hands with their business as a franchisee, so they will give you certain data which will help us to predict that, calculated with so certain methodology, so that we can be able to know that if I am going to invest with a 10 crore, is it worth of it, whether I can be able to get my return on investment, ROI. So and what could be the ROI, the years, so for how many years I'll be able to get back my investment. So this is one situation. The next, so in case of if you are going to bid for a project, so is it, so as we know that if you are going to bid for a government project, so we should be able to be ready with a bigger sum of amount, and if that amount, whether we are going to quote it with a higher or the lower, so which you are going to able to get with uh, the tender. So as well as when you are going to quote with that value, is it going to be worthful to us, whether we can be able to earn that money, so with whatever we are going to spend with. So this is one situation. So here there is a person, Ritika, and she is an equity research professional. She works for an capital market company. So she has a client where she has to suggest whether to buy the share of an Reliance for rupees 600, or is it worth of it, or it is they have to think on any other share or any other company a share is going to be helpful to them. Then here there is a person who is ready to acquire a running business. So if you have been heard about this DLF Infra, that is one of the world's number top richest real estate business, we can be able to say it. So whether it is a right to acquire this company at that particular situation, he has chosen for to acquire with it. So is it right to wait, or is it a right to purchase it immediately? So even that also we can be able to get and we can be able to analyze with it. So these are the different situations. So where we can be able to implement with that knowledge of financial modeling and valuation. So why do you need a financial model is so to prepare the process or planning. So with the given data, so we should be able to have a planning. So we can be able to find it where the financing we can be able to uh, get the funds, or we can be able to get with the uh, any kind of resources we can be able to find it for a finance. Then can we be able to find any radical changes in the volume of sales? Then is that we are going to be in the insufficiency of the cash management? So can we be able to think on business expansion with this business, or better to go with the new business than going for a business expansion? So in all these situations, the financial model it is going to be helpful. So financial model means it is a representation of an entity's financial statements and accounts. So it will talk about what is your position of your business, and it will give a useful insights. So where you can be able to predict it for the future, focus on the future results. The format includes the future financial picture in an income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, and other inputs and assumptions with the physical measurements. So it is not only we are just giving one number as one percentage. So this will include of preparing the future financial statements. Then it is also going to be useful analysis for decision making, and financial model can be considered as a decision support too. Okay, so there's a description about the financial model, so how it is going to be helpful to any business person. So where we are going to implement it, so now whatever we are going to learn in the coming classes, so we are going to talk about certain things with the basic of financial statements. Before that, basic of an basic and advanced characteristics of Excel. Okay, so just give me a minute of time. I'll just come back. Sorry for the inconvenience. Hope the voice is audible as well as the screen is visible. Yeah. So we are going to discuss on the coming classes with the basic Excel and with the advanced Excel features. So which we are going to implement it when we are going to calculate with the financial modeling concept. So it is also be included with the few of the projects related to the FMCG industries, automobile industry, manufacturing sectors, IT sectors, or telecom industries. So the concepts will be discussed with the data, what it is going to be there in the company. So we are going to fetch it and we are going to do with it. So then what is the uses of this model is we are going to value a business activity. So we are going to create with the planning situations. So we can be able to get the answers. What is the return on investment you are going to get with the project? So when the project will reach with the positive cash flow, then we will also get to know that what is a break even point. So if the return is the more percentage than what could cost for business activities, so how long the project can survive without any investment. So it is also going to help you to examine the financial and physical scenarios, for example, productivity and performance measurement, expansions, new capacity building up. So how it is going to be the model with an representation is. So it is going to be useful in managing the risk, valuation of a company, valuating the assets, so mergers and acquisitions with the pricing part, and we can be able to budget and forecast the future, and we can come to know that what is the capital allocation and is it required to raise the capital in the business. So there's a sample format of a financial model for any company when we are going to prepare it. So we take with the historical information of all the companies' balance sheets, income statement, cash flow statements, and the debt service information. Then we are going to analyze the relationships that makes assumptions. That is, we are going to see what is the growth rates it has been come up with, operating margins. So if it is acquired with the new business and is there any new finance has been taken, then projects, sales cost and others. So we are going to prepare with the income statement of the business. So by finding it, what is the revenue, what is the amount they have spent to earn that revenue, that is cost of goods sold, operating margins, and also with the debt service. Then finally, we are going to develop a complete financials and analysis of a balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, either it is for monthly or weekly, it is needed, and we also find it the ratio analysis. So these are the three important statements which we are going to implement it in all the concepts. Okay, so these are all the examples. So how we are going to bring up the data, so which we collect it and prepare the reports for the future. Okay, so and also we are going to find it what is the time value of money. So that is, if you are going to have the money today, so what is the value of it for tomorrow. So whether investing today is going to be better or waiting for some more days and we are going to invest it in the future, so that we can come to know that how much money it is going to be invested and how much you are going to earn out of it. Okay, so these are all the examples what have been given, how what all the things we are going to discuss it in the sessions. Okay, so let me come out of this and let me start up with. So how it is going to be useful when you are going to learn with this subject. So who are the users of this concept? Means the entrepreneurs, so the investors, private equity or venture capitalists, bankers, finance projects, corporate financing companies, startup investors, mergers and acquisition, corporate finance, and equity researchers. So, who is going to be taking the benefit out of this course? The people who have been getting graduated. So the people who are doing with the MBA or who have been completed with the MBA, financial and business analysts who are already working in that particular field. So CFOs, risk managers, chartered accountants, general managers, fund managers, public relationship managers. So all these people will be able to get a, they can be able to make use of it with all these concepts. Okay.
Sir,
So let me end up with this. Yeah, yeah.
is this course useful for marketing students?
Marketing you can be able to implement with this. So there are certain things where you can be able to come up with the financing part. So there will be a involvement in most of the departments. It is going to be involved with the finance accounts. So even those people also will be able to be aware with this. So it will be helpful in your marketing. See, for example, if you are going to uh, ask for an marketing in a different variant ways. So now you should be able to know that how much you have to spend for that marketing process. So if you want to say that, yes, I wanted this much of value of money for this particular purposes, so you have to define it how you are going to implement it. In case if the company is not able to find it the sources, so how you can be able to find it the ways within the department, so you can be able to get that fund for the marketing activities. It's not complete full-fledged, but it is going to be a supportive. Is that clear, Amma?
Okay, sir. Yeah, sir, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, so before going for the next thing, I'll just check with your names. Is there any person's name it has not been specified properly? Good. Yeah, it is fine. So as we have discussed till now that what is financial modeling, we have just seen the overview of it. So here the definition we can be able to say that the financial modeling is a representation in the numbers of a company's operations in the past, present, and the forecasted future. So such models are intended to be used as a decision making tools. So we are going to use it, the financial modeling, for tracking the company's performance, forecasting and budgeting, risk analysis and evaluations, etc. So financial valuation is a practice of forecasting the free cash flow. So this is one of the methodology we are going to implement it. So FCF method. So which measures the company's ability to produce what investors care most about, that is cash that's available be distributed in a discretionary way. So there is few more methodology we are going to implement it. So this you are going to learn it with a simple Excel format. Okay, so how you are going to represent it with your numbers, how you are going to calculate with it. And you all know that what is Excel is. So Excel, we are going to use it, which is a spreadsheet program included in the Microsoft Office. It's one of its applications. So it presents the tables of values arranged in the rows and columns, so that can be manipulated mathematically using both basic and complex arithmetic operations and functions. So you are going to implement certain simple formulas and functions. So what is the difference between the formulas and the function is? So formula is an expression that calculates the value in a cell. So the combination of a row and column, it is called as a cell. So in that, when we are going to calculate anything with a simple way, that is putting with the formula with a range of cells. So this is an example. So we are going to implement it. So whenever you are going to do any calculations on the Excel, so you are supposed to use with equals to. Okay. So this is a example of a formula that adds up the values in the cells. So whereas function means it is a predefined formula which is already available in the Excel. So formula that is manually you are going to calculate it. Function is something which you are going to use with the predefined formulas. Okay. So you are going to give the name of the function. So automatically whatever it is, the way of calculation for that particular name, so it is applicable. So it is going to get calculated automatically based on that predefined formulas. Okay. So let us see with the basic things. So how we can be able to implement with the formulas as well as function. Yeah. So here it comes. So these are the basic things which we are going to come up now. Okay. So which you might be commonly available, commonly you will be aware of it, and you might be using with it. Okay. So let me give you few of the simple calculations. So that is a addition, that is sum. So how do we do the calculation with this? So can anyone answer for this? So let me take this example. So using with the plus symbol, so is it possible to calculate it? So with the formula. So can anyone try the answer for this? Even if it is a wrong also, it's okay. But I want everyone has to participate in the session. Is there anyone who can try with this? Hope everyone are able to see the screen. Can anyone let me know? Or should I call up the names so that I might get any person who can help me out in the calculations?
I was stuck for a minute. Could you repeat what you just asked us?
Yeah. So are you able to see my screen, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So may I know your name if you don't mind?
Sam Jayishnu, sir.
Can you repeat your name?
Jayesh, no?
Just now.
Yeah.
Just
It starts with C, sir. Challa. Chala Jayesh, no?
okay, okay. Chala Jayesh. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma. So now you are able to see a screen over here. So where you have
Yes, sir.
three numbers. So as I said, you can be able to do the calculation by using the formulas as well as functions. So here I have been given this numbers where I have to calculate with a simple formula. So I
Yes,
want to
sir.
do the addition. So do you have an idea?
Sir, from 44, you're supposed to long press space and towards your right arrow
Uh,
till 92, and then you'll get
Jayashna,
your
if you don't mind, can you be online 1 minute?
yeah.